Hello friends, this is class 6th and the subject is English. Today we are going to do poem 6 and the name of poem 6 is The Wonderful Words. Hope you all have pencil and book along with you. Open page number 82, The Wonderful Words poem, and you must have pencil with you to write the meanings of all new words. Points to be covered in today's class. First of all, introduction to the poet and the poem will be done. Then explanation of the poem line by line will be done. And at last, homework will be assigned. First of all, I'll introduce to the poet of this poem, The Wonderful Words, Mary O'Neill. Mary O'Neill, born November 7, 1941, is a politician and former member of the Legislative Assembly of Alberta. O'Neill graduated from the University of Toronto with a Bachelor of Arts and subsequently received her teaching certification from the Ontario College of Education. I repeat about the poet Mary O'Neill. She is a politician and former member of the Legislative Assembly of Alberta. O'Neill graduated from the University of Toronto with a Bachelor of Arts and subsequently received her teaching certificate from the Ontario College of Education. Now, I'll introduce you to the poem The Wonderful Words. This poem is all about the role and importance of language and language skills to shape the ideas of mind. It means here we will understand the importance of language. How and why is it important to us? How does it shape our ideas which are already present in our mind? The wonderful words. Imagine a word without language. All humans speak at least one language. The words we speak bring out our thoughts. Read the following poem on words. The wonderful words. Never let a thought shrivel and die. Thought means idea. The thing which comes to your mind. The idea which comes to your mind. Never let a thought shrivel and die. Shrivel means to become dry, to become old. So never let your any thought to become die because it has become old. For want of a way to say it. Because sometimes it happens you have the ideas but you do not know the way to present that idea in front of someone. So never let any thought, any idea dry and die in your mind because you don't know the way to present that idea in front of someone. For English is a wonderful game and all of you can play it. Here for is used for giving reason. Because English is a wonderful game and all of you can play it. Means all of you have ability to play this game of English because this is such an amazing game that all of you can play. All that you do is match the words to the brightest thoughts in your head. Means if you have any brightest idea in your mind, what do you need to do? You just need to match the words with the ideas in your head. For that, you must know the ideas, you must know the words, there should be correct vocabulary in your mind. So for that, you should read the books, so that they come out clear and true and handsomely groomed and fed. Means the ideas which you present in front of someone, that should be clear and true, so that they can be considered. Means your ideas, your thoughts can be considered the most important. And the most important thing is that your ideas must be handsomely groomed and fed with the beautiful words. Means your ideas must be presented or should be given, should be told in decorated words. Means with good words, good vocabulary should be used while presenting your thoughts. For many of the loveliest things have never been said, because there are many lovely things which have never been said, because the one who has the most beautiful idea in his or her mind did not have the beautiful vocabulary, the groomed vocabulary to present that idea in front of someone. So if we have idea, if we have any good thought in our mind, good answer of any question, but we don't have words to present that idea, many of the loveliest things of the world will be unsaid, will remain unsaid and will be there in your mind only. So in order to present such things, we should have good vocabulary, enhanced vocabulary. Words are the food and dress of thought. Means as we wear dress on our body, we eat food to live. In the same way, thoughts must be presented with the beautiful words, with the decorated words. If we have thoughts in our mind and these thoughts are not presented in front of somebody, those thoughts will die and can never be presented and will remain unsaid. So words are the food and dress of thought. They give it its body and swing, and everyone's longing today to hear some fresh and beautiful thing. Longing means desire, wish. Everyone's desire, everyone wish today to hear some fresh and beautiful thing, because we people are bored of hearing those old words. Everyone wants to hear some new words to enhance his or her vocabulary. So in today's world, everyone wants to hear new words, and those words should be fresh and beautiful. But only words can free a thought. This should be there in our mind, that words are the only weapon, words are the only key to make the thoughts free from our brain, from its prison behind your eyes. So you can see behind your eyes there is only one thing, that is brain. So here we can say brain has been compared with the prison. Brain is prison behind your eyes, where many of the thoughts are locked. They are there in the prison, those thoughts are there in the prison, but that prison can be unlocked, those bars can be broken if there would be many words, beautiful words to present such thoughts in front of someone. So but only words can free a thought from its prison behind your eyes. Maybe your mind is holding now a marvelous surprise. Maybe there would be any idea there in your mind, but that idea would be there only in your mind if there won't be any beautiful words to present that idea. So in order to enhance our language, in order to be enriched in our language, we should have proper words, enhanced vocabulary. For that, what do we need to do? We need to read and read, or we need to read newspapers, we need to read new lessons, stories, novels, in order to enhance our vocabulary, in order to learn new words, so that we can use such words in our daily lives. So students, this was the poem The Wonderful
Now
World. Students, this is the time to assign you homework. Answer the following questions in rough notebook. Question 1. What are imprisoned in the brain? Question 2. How can you free your thoughts from your mind? Question 3. What is called prison in the poem? Question number 4. Why do bright ideas often die? Question number 5. What do people want to listen and welcome? You need to do these question answers in rough notebook. Thank you so much for listening to me very much patiently and carefully. Thank you.